Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome to whatever I'm going to end up calling this series because I haven't decided yet. Believe it or not, it's been quite an ordeal trying to get this simple thing recorded this morning because, first of all, it started with, oh, you have to update Minecraft. I was like, okay, I'll let Minecraft update. Like a half an hour later, let's get ready to record. And it's a good thing I checked because ScreenFlow just wouldn't work. It would say it was recording, and then when I finished recording, it would say there was like nothing captured. So I looked it up. Apparently, it wasn't compatible with Mojave. I'd have to get the new ScreenFlow version 8, whereas I was on version 5 from who knows how many years ago. Um, and so then I looked into other alternatives because ScreenFlow was quite expensive. Checked out ScreenFlick, didn't really like it. Decided to go with ScreenFlow after all. Went to buy it on the Mac App Store. My payment method was declined. I had to let the bank know, look, it's okay. I just want to buy this thing. And then here we are, a couple of hours later, finally ready to record whatever I'm going calling this. Basically, as I mentioned, I just kind of want to have an outlet for doing creative Minecraft stuff, for showing off the stuff that I've been making, and also just being able to shoot the breeze with you guys, greatly inspired by both the fact that I've always wanted to do this, as well as Mini Minchino's creative build series, which is absolutely amazing. So I've got a world here that I've been working on, that I started working on after seeing some of Mini Minchino's stuff, called Harry's Garden. I've got some stuff done, so let's just have a look at what's going on in here. Um, Another thing, creative Minecraft videos, I've always wanted to do them since Sweet Victory was doing Minecrafted Up and just working on the server. I know I've talked about it like a million times, but those were great times working on the server with the guys and especially with Katie and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get to have a look at some more creative fun here. We're going to watch a beautiful sunrise here, first of all, over the desert or the beach or whatever this is. Um, so what I kind of started building here is I wanted to build a beach resort. That was the first thing I wanted to build. And I can't remember what was I was inspired to do that by. It was either something to do with deserts or something to do with summers in Earthbound, one or the other. But the first thing I actually went about building was this, which is just a really simple yet fun little ice cream stand. So you've got a couple of tables here, you've got some lights just in case people want to sit out in the evening time when it's hopefully not raining in that exact spot, like in the Truman Show or something. And just have some ice cream. We've got some bunny rabbits sitting, hopping around here, so basically you've got a couple of steps to go up to the counter. You've got some glass here to see what flavors there are. We've got some strawberry, some pistachio, some chocolate, and I guess this is fruit of the forest or something, or grape, the great grape ape. But then for the people who work in there, um, you can have someone working behind the counter and saying, "Oh, would you like some pistachio? Oh, would you like some grape ape?" And actually dealing it out here. So got some nice stuff going on here already with this like ice cream stand. And it was just like the most simple first thing I wanted to make. Um, and just something that was quite a bit of fun for in this summer resort here at the beach. There's some other stuff you can see in the distance. This literally is like the Truman Show. There's just this one spot where there's rain falling. Oh, now it's following me. It really is like the Truman Show. There was like just this one spot where it was raining, and then I started walking around and started following me around the place. Um, but if we continue on over here, there's like something else that's actually quite monumental because as soon as I finished working on that, I started working on something quite a bit bigger, which is over here, and you can see it already. Something that's going on there, and I was kind of inspired to do this by the idea of like music festivals, like big open air music festivals. I decided, oh, our resort should have like a big stage so that if Lana Del Rey wants to come and play at our resort, she'll have a place to do it. So I have these like big structures here with lights, big structures over here with lights. It actually looks quite a bit more impressive at nighttime. And we've got some like visuals going on here. The way they always have those screens now with big visuals going on. Every concert has to have them. Got a fence here where you might see some security bloke or other walking along in here. Funny enough, we had to like employ security when I went to see Lana Del Rey the last time because there was this stupid girl that kept like trying to shove us up into the barrier, trying to get past. So we got her escorted out of the venue, and then she came back again, and we had to get her escorted again, but she never came back after that. I tried to get some like kind of like flashing light show, kind of stage lighting going on up here with some redstone repeaters and stuff like that. And it seems to be working for the most part, but this one is a bit temperamental. Every time I quit the game and reload the game, it seems to just get stuck on stupid or something. Um, but yeah, that's the stage area. But we have more than just a stage area. When Lana Del Rey comes to this venue, she's also going to have a trailer out here. And there's something really dumb looking about this thing, but it's like I wanted something that's like, you know, those kind of like trailers or vans that the stars hang out in when they're not on stage. And I think this is befitting a classic star like Lana Del Rey. She's got a bit of a tub here she can soak in after a long night. Got a couch here to sit down on. Got a bed with a beautiful little flower. Maybe she can practice some witchcraft or something while she's here. So yeah, that's the stage area pretty much. And as I say, I just kind of got I think like I just kind of was I was probably listening to Lana Del Rey a lot at the time, and that like that Lust for Life album and that song Coachella, and then just everything coming into one. And then you had like Justin Bieber at Coachella hanging out, and those amazing pictures that came out of that and that amazing footage. So how could I not create a big like desert open air festival stage to go in my summer resort? I'm actually heading on over here now across the sand, and there's quite a lot of infrastructural stuff that still needs to be done here to make it a bit more professional looking. Like, I don't think my resort needs big holes in the ground here. Maybe a couple of pathways wouldn't be the worst idea. Here's another Truman Show rain spot. How are you up there, Christoph? Um, so yeah, there's a couple of like infrastructural things that need to be done here, but I'm getting some kind of big feature pieces in here, so it's not too bad, right? Another thing I wanted to make for my resort, the next thing that sprung to mind was like a little tiki bar, or like a little bar out on the water. So I kind of took these existing islands and made some bridges to kind of connect them. So that, you know, if you just want to like get away from the how busy the resort is or get away from everyone else, maybe on like an evening dusk time when it's not raining like in the Truman Show, you can just head on over here, and I've got a bit of a tiki bar going on over here. So, you know, just the kind of place where, especially now that it's raining, we might want to head in there for some shelter. But got a nice kind of like a deck set up here, where you can sit down. You've got some nice seating, a table here, and you've also got a bar where a barman will be preparing your drink of choice. Maybe a dark and stormy. That's one of my summer drinks of choice. I haven't had a dark and stormy since my birthday, actually, was I? No, what was I drinking at my birthday? Moscow Mules I was drinking at my birthday. Dark and stormy I was drinking on Eurovision night, the last when I got absolutely shit faced because I drank an entire bottle of dark rum. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, we've got a bit of a tiki lounge going on here. I really like how the straw kind of worked out to make it look, because it's just a bit different than just having like wood everywhere. And then like a trick I remember learning, yeah, there's like a big mega structure over there. A trick I remember learning back in the old server days with Sweet Victory is using these like alchemy stations as the taps for on a bar, and it just looks really effective. Again, lots of like ever since Sweet Victory was doing those videos and we were hanging out on the server, I've kind of always wanted to do a creative Minecraft video series. And now that Animal Crossing is over, I think it's the right time to do it. And I have this new world that I've started creating inspired by Mini Minchino, so why not? These aren't even like the first Minecraft videos that have appeared on this channel. I had like Minecraft videos. First of all, I tried to record a video similar to this where I just showed off my other creative world, which I might do. I might still do that. But the video failed, like the recording failed, so I only had the audio. So I remember uploading that to my vlog channel, where it was just me talking about what we were seeing. So it was almost like an audio book, and that was pretty cool as well, I guess. Um, and then I remember there was like one or two videos that I did of Minecraft survival mode, which I think that was never really going to work because I don't like survival mode anyway. And as well, I was recording it in Irish, where I was like speaking in Irish for the series, and I was doing subtitles for it, and doing the subtitles was just way too much work. It just broke my heart. Maybe it's easier to do that with YouTube now. I don't know, but that time was just an absolute pain in the ass. So that one kind of like died very quickly, and I deleted the videos as well because like recording on Lavos at that time, recording Minecraft was just way too strenuous. I'm kind of happy that on Enya here it seems to be running quite well, but we'll see how the recording turns out after the fact. It might be a complete bust. Um, so yeah, you might be wondering what in blue blazes is this enormous structure over here? Well, naturally, if you're going to have a resort, if you're going to have a summer beach resort, and this is the beach, by the way. I know it looks like a desert, but trust me, it's a beach. Well, you're going to need a hotel. So that's what this is. I built like this enormous hotel, which is something I'm really quite proud of. I've got some towels laid out on the beach here for people to come and relax. And this was definitely, I was thinking of like that area in Mother Tree, that area to is it to the west of, um, the west of the town you start out in, where there's all like these people on the beach and stuff like that. And you can even see it looks like there's this girl there that looks like Venus from Earthbound. So that's what that was inspired by. We've also got a bit of a badminton court out here, or volleyball, so you can play some beach volleyball or play some beach badminton, whichever is your pleasure. If you're staying at the hotel, this might be like the private beach area for the hotel, or maybe the whole area is private. Maybe this is like one of those enormous like hotel compounds like they have in Cancun or something like that. But anyway, let's head on over to the hotel, the American Horror Story Hotel, and see what's shaking in here. Um, I'm actually this took ages. Like I built, there was so much stuff going on here, that took so long to do. But step into the foyer. We have like a nice glass dome. And actually, you can just step on out here into the garden. I have this kind of like Zen garden going on here with some water features, some lily pads, some nice flowers, a tree going on, and the water kind of flows back out into the sea then over here. And of course, for any self-respecting hotel needs to have a car park. So this is the car park here where people can just park their cars with lighting for those nighttime arrivals, hoping for a late check-in. Um, so yeah, this is basically my attempt at like a luxury hotel. We've got a reception desk in here. One thing that I was thinking of doing is maybe putting a little aquarium, because I remember that's like something that you often see in hotels, is like an aquarium to keep people occupied when they're waiting around in here. There's like a little painting up there, some glass where you can see the staircase behind it, and everything looks kind of pretty classy, to be honest. Then in the enormous foyer over here, we've got like the breakfast conservatory, or well, that's what I like to think of it as. It's kind of like this big conservatory where people could come and eat, or where breakfast, lunch, or dinner would be served, where you can kind of just like look out onto the beach, look out and see what's going on, look out and enjoy the sunset, just whatever you like. That's what's kind of going on over here. And these tiles, they're like a bit irksome at first, but when you get used to how you do it, basically there are four different alignments, and you can make patterns using that. Then it's not actually that bad. Before we head down there, I'm just gonna come in here. We've got like a little bit of a storage closet, because these things have to be there, but we kind of like to have them hidden from view. And in here is the residence bar where I've kind of done a red and green pattern on the windows. And just everything's a little bit darker, a little less open, a little more cozy. So this is really a perfect place to just come in and enjoy a drink while you're watching the sunset over here. And I'm pretty sure my guests would quite enjoy it. Got some stools up at the bar in case you're kind of looking to drown your sorrows, and hopefully whoever is serving drinks behind the bar would be ready to hear you out and offer some age-old advice to help you through it. So we've got a stairs out here that goes down to the beach where you can play your badminton or just sit out and get yourself a nice tan. You can see the ice cream shack from over here and also the tiki hut where in case you want to head out there in the evening. It'll be way nicer over there now that it's not raining, actually, to be honest. And then coming over here, we've got some stairs going down. You might be asking, well, where does this lead? Well, this leads to actually, and I don't know what's over here. Oh, I know what's over there. Leads to an indoor pool. So if you wanted to just relax in the water inside, it's kind of nice and dark and cool and relaxing. We've actually got an indoor pool with underwater lighting down there. And you can actually look out onto the beach from in here as well, or look in onto the pool from the beach. We've got a kind of a private dressing area over here with some sinks. I don't know whether I thought this might be a urinal, probably. That's what it looks like to me now, regardless of what it looked like to me at the time. But this is kind of just a private dressing area where you can strip off, get into your bathing suit, and then just do a few laps of the pool over here, just sit and chill out. So God, there's so much stuff. Like we've not even like gone upstairs yet. Now we're just about to do that, venture upstairs and see what else this hotel has to offer. I don't think I'm 100% finished this actually because I stopped working on it and I started working on something else. But coming upstairs, this is where you're going to start seeing the hotel rooms themselves. So here's a nice room with a nice bathroom, kind of a nice balcony where you can sit and watch the sunset in this direction as well, and obviously a bed too, couch, flower, everything you might possibly need. We've got a nice terrace up here with a bar as well, and I kind of liked how these rods kind of look as fluorescent like lighting. They're pretty effective, so obviously you need to have a drink available wherever you go. Got some nice classy Victorian ferns here. I think that's something that I was quite thinking about a lot actually when I was making this, is these kind of like old classic Art Deco hotels from like the 1930s or 1920s where just everything's kind of very clean and you have kind of cool architectural shapes, and I think that's kind of what I was thinking of, and where people just love to sit and drink all the time. How bad could that be? Got some nice artwork on the walls, obviously, even though there's something a bit unnerving about this. And you can see down into the foyer from up here. We got another little terrace over here with a fountain. Another nice place to spend an evening or a morning or any other time for that matter. And then coming in here, we've got another bedroom. These bedrooms on this floor are kind of more luxurious than the ones that are upstairs. They each have their own theme. So obviously the other one was the green one, and this is the blue one. So this is the blue luxury room. But you don't get any view of the sunset here. Well, you might be able to see it a bit. But mostly this is like the sea view room, I guess, is what that would be. But going upstairs, as far as I remember, the rooms get a little bit more Spartan. They're not as fancy going upstairs. Even though they're still quite nice. It's a nice yellow and pink room here. Just no balcony, really. That's kind of the main thing you're missing out on. You don't have like a nice balcony to enjoy the sea view or watch the sunset or whatever. We've got another room in here. Pink room, pink and green. Again, no balcony, but still a bathroom. You know, you have to kind of entertain those. You have to kind of provide for more budget guests as well, so you can't have everything be so luxurious. Here you can tell, like, I don't think my luxury room would have something like this destroying the space in the bathroom. It's all about the space. Heading up here, I really can't remember whether... Yeah, this is like where I stopped. I think I planned on having like some sort of rooftop terrace up here. But I kind of stopped doing that and started working on other things. What other things did I start working on, you might ask? Well, we can have a look at that now. I'm just going to walk all over the roof here, so that we can head on over to the last big project that I started working on, which is what the good God, what is happening in there? What is this? This must be the start of some village or something. Someone dared to start making a village in my resort hotel. I'll have to get those locals evicted is what I'll have to do. But yeah, coming over here, you can kind of start to see the beginnings of an enormous, enormous structure. And that's really only just the start of it. That's the last thing that I was kind of in the middle of building. It actually starts over here. This is what I was planning on having the entrance be. But this is the entrance to what will be a Mondo Aquarium. So we've kind of got a cool like entrance here with water flowing down, bubbles going up, so it's just very atmospheric. Then planning on having it be quite dark here, but this will be the entrance, so obviously we'll have to have something to interest people, but also the counter where you buy tickets and things like that before entering. This was me experimenting with how like the flowing water columns would work and bubbles and things like that from the nether blocks. But coming over here, this is where we're going to actually, well actually what I'm planning on doing is having it be like the aquarium in Osaka, where when you go in, you just kind of go really high up, like you go really high up into this huge escalator. But this is kind of like the big tank over here, and you kind of start by seeing it from up here above. You can see some fish in there, some turtles, some kelp, and then you come back down here. And this took so long, this whole project, you wouldn't even believe. Come in here, you've got some nice tanks here with some bubbles rising up. Everything's kind of nice and dark and spooky. And we've got here like a nice tunnel through the big tank, where if you look, you can see some coral, some nice coral structures that I made. Also some bubbles rising up just to give a nice effect. Some sea turtles. There were actually way more fish in here, but I think I don't know what happened to them. I don't know whether the turtles eat them. I don't know whether they just despawn after a while. That could be the case, but there's still some in there, so we've got that to be happy about. Then coming out of that, I mean, as I say, this took ages, just kind of like building the whole thing, filling it with water, then doing like the coral structures inside. There's actually like another part, if I can show you that. It's like before we move on to the last thing I was working on, another component of the aquarium. Yes, over here, because what I've actually done as well is, obviously you have to have some sort of like way of, for the employees to be able to service the aquarium. So this is actually inside in the tank. I have like a little service ladder, so if I'm working at the aquarium, I can just kind of like head on in, swim around, make sure the fish are okay. There are a couple of them over here, some nice clownfish, and feed them, remove any dead ones that might be in there. And that's pretty much it. So one of the things that I kind of always really liked about both Mini Minccino and Sweet Victory as well, and they kind of think the same way, and Katie too, actually, like I'm so lucky to have had all these Minecraft people to help form my building strategy, is that it's not just about building the thing, it has to feel like it has a real place in a real world. So all of those little touches, like having somewhere for the would-be aquarium employee to go and actually keep the place running, that makes it seem a lot more real, you know, rather than it just being an aquarium, because that just makes it two-dimensional. This white structure over here, which will eventually be joined onto this is going to be my polar bear enclosure, and I'm actually pretty finished in here. I kind of like it the way it is. You've got some water, some kind of dim lighting, some ice for the polar bears to hang out on, and there they are. I don't know what I'll call them, probably George and Martha or something. Yeah, hey Martha, coming over to say hello and bounce around in the water a bit. But yeah, it's kind of got like an igloo-y kind of a structure, I guess, but I kind of just wanted it to be a little bit dark and cool for the polar bears, so they can feel a bit comfortable. And that's pretty much what I've got worked out for the moment. Just like Animal Crossing, the series is going to be pretty irregularly updated. I'm not going to be updating it on a very regular basis. But just like Animal Crossing, I am going to dip in and out and show you guys what I've been up to, what I've been building, do some building as well, and just kind of chill out with you guys and talk about whatever is going on. So I still have to think about what I'd like to call this. I hope this recording turns out well, though. I think I'll finish this video off by getting a scoop of pistachio ice cream, and just heading over here to watch the sky and watch the sun and enjoy the summer. So thank you very much for watching this part of whatever I'm going to call this. Looking forward to showing you guys more in the future. If there's any ideas you have that you'd like me to build, I'm all for it. Just give me all your ideas and I'll go ahead and see what I can do or how I can make it fit in, because I'd love to make this just like a giant working world. So, yeah, thanks again. Bye now.